Why is it that Noach, was not the founding father of the Jewish people? Why was he not the first Jew? Why did it have to wait 10 generations for Abraham? Abraham indeed was the greatest man of his generation, but Noach was the greatest man in his generation. Indeed, all of humanity only continues after the horrific sins and the horrific flood and destruction of the entire world because of Noach and his great tzidkut and righteousness. Why is he not the founding father of the Jewish people? It seems that the answer is as follows. As great as Noah was, his entire greatness was only focused inward. Are you telling me that for 120 years, according to our sages, it took 120 years to build the ark, you could not convince even one person to join you in the ark? The truth and beauty of what you believed in, that this path of righteousness, that God was going to destroy the world and one needed to hide and, so to speak, ride the storm and recreate humanity. Not one person could be saved. You couldn't convince one person. Our sages say also that he didn't daven for others. He was an expert, says Rav Meir Simcha Vince in his remarkable commentary, the Meshech Chochmah, on this week's parsha. He says he was an expert in individual personal growth. His entire focus was inward. He was mitboded. It was all about inward focus. He didn't even manage to save one other human being. That is the difference between Abraham and Noah. Abraham, of course, Abraham was a great individual person, morally and spiritually, but his entire focus was outward. As the Meshech Chochmah said, Mafkiras mo laklal. He was totally dedicated to the klal, to the greater betterment of society. That's what made him the first Jew and the founder of the Jewish people. I think, in conclusion, I want to say this is so relevant for the Jewish people in the 21st century and specifically for the state of Israel. I heard an amazing talk by the founder of Mobileye. We all know how Intel bought Mobileye, the tremendous technology company revolutionizing the motor industry. It was sold to Intel for over $15 billion, the greatest sellout in Israel history until today. But I heard an incredible talk where the founding professor said like this: what made us found Mobileye? He said, we did a simple calculation. We realized that more people are killed on the roads in Israel every single day than all the wars and all the terror attacks in Israel put together, as we know. And most of these, almost without exception, the reason people are killed on the road is because of human error. If we, through technology, can find a way to eliminate human error, it will be pikuach nefesh. We will save lives every single day. And indeed, should this technology continue to grow the way that it is, something developed in Jerusalem and Israel can save the lives of thousands, if not tens, if not millions of people through Israeli technology. Our focus has to be not only on ourselves individually, not only on our family and people, but there has to be a focus on the greater good of the klal, all of humanity, like Abraham Avinu did. May we all be in our personal lives have that tzidkut of Noach to weather whatever storms there are in the world and to protect and fortify ourselves and our family, but also the additional element of Abraham Avinu, this combination which indeed elicited the founding of the Jewish people, the ability to be focused on others and to take the inner light and make sure that it is or lagoyim and it benefits all those around us, our entire family, people, and indeed all of humanity. Shabbat Shalom.